Jews are in the midst of celebrating Passover. It marks the liberation of the ancient Israelites from slavery. But there's something you may not know about Judaism. It's practiced by thousands of people in Iran. In fact, the Islamic Republic of Iran, with its anti-Israeli government, is home to the largest Jewish population of any Muslim country. So how does that paradox play itself out? Sunday's Balman Kolbasi went to Iran to find out.
Iran, an ancient nation, a staunchly Islamic state. Symbols of the faith are everywhere. But on the streets of Tehran, in the shops and cafes, followers of another ancient faith, indistinguishable until called to prayer.
In our prayer, 3 times a day, we pray for Israel, for construction of our holy temple, for rebuilding of Jerusalem and governing peace in that holy land.
That's right, here in the heart of Iran, prayers for the Jewish state. 25,000 Jews call this land home. It's the largest Jewish population in the Middle East outside of Israel, living and praying as they have for well over 2,000 years. Arash Abai is the rabbi at one of Iran's biggest synagogues.
Our roots of living in this country is very, very old. Even we are older than Muslims in this country.
To this day, on carpets and paintings, the Jews of Iran continue to credit the king of Persia and Esther, an influential lady in his palace, with their liberation from slavery.
King Cyrus, who was ruling Iran or old Persia, helped them to conquer again the Jerusalem and Israel and return and rebuild their second holy temple. Since then, some of Jews prefer to remain in this country as their homeland and continue living.
When the 1979 revolution took place, many in the Jewish community left Iran. Today, their numbers are 1/10 of what it was once before. But if the everyday prayer in this old synagogue is any indication, the Jewish community has maintained its ties with the ancient homeland. And despite the government's stance on Israel, they continue to play an important role in this society.
Today, around Iran's capital, a discreet Jewish presence continues, a delicate balance between personal faith and everyday life in a modern Islamic nation. In Tehran's Grand Bazaar, Jewish shopkeeper Baba Mashallah. I've owned this shop for 30 years now, and we are like brothers with my fellow Muslim merchants. I go to Israel to see my children, but I always come back home. Inside this building, a private Jewish community center, a gym, a library, where pictures of Ayatollah Khomeini sit next to pictures of Moses. Dr. Siamak Mursadeh is the only Jewish member of the Iranian parliament. He says the Iranian Jewish community walks a fine line in a country where the president has called for Israel to be wiped off the map and described the Holocaust as a myth.
We do not have any specific organized anti-Semitic phenomena in Iran. We don't have organized anti-Semitic movement in Iran. We are in a good condition in Iran. We have good relationship with government and we are not in a great danger.
Most Iranian Jews we talk to agree, but say that subtle discrimination does exist, from inheritance law to the workplace to representation in government.
On the other hand, there are some difficulty for Jewish people to reach the higher degrees in the governmental offices. It's not impossible, somewhat harder, and I want to change it and facilitate the employment of Jewish people in governmental estate.
A push for integration, like that found in Tehran's only Jewish hospital. Fangiz Hasidim is the hospital's chief administrator.
Whoever comes to this hospital, from the door of this hospital, we never ask him, what's your idea, what's your religion? What we ask, what's your pain or what you are suffering from, and we are doing our best to treat them and anyhow send them home in whole health and happiness.
Rabbi Abai says it goes beyond working together to a sense of identity.
Jews have been adapted themselves with the different conditions of this country, and because of this old generation, we can say that Iranian Jews are more Iranian than being Jews.
For the Jews of Iran, this is not just a prayer, but an acknowledgement of their complex identity in a region where nationalism and faith form a volatile mix. Bahman Kavasi, CBC News, Tehran.